Hello, welcome back to another episode of Modded Kerbal Space Program, where we should have the ambient light mod thing now so we can actually see. And I am ready to go with some radiators, hopefully.
And it's all coming back to me as to what I was doing last episode. So, yeah. We're going to go ahead and hit the launch button here.
Me too. Hopefully that doesn't cause problems. We haven't added any new mods back in other than just adding the ambient light thing. I'm just kind of giving things a little bit more time to kind of figure out their compatibilities and whatnot before we attempt to do any of that. All right, I guess I will go to the Duna Test Lander 2, since that's the next one. It will probably be in range here.
Two things I want to save before I launch. And okay, apparently that did save from the last game. So my gimbal limits appear to be good. And let's see here.
All right. SAS on. Throttle up. And away we go. It's going to bring the throttle back just a little bit.
And Bob's back alive.
So I've got these other radiators, and I did attach like the grabbing arm thing since I can't actually dock to these things. I should be able to use the grabbing arm to attach. Yeah, hopefully.
All right, so here we are. This is our rocket to Minmus in all of its glory. So let's save and get this guy on the launch pad.
All right. Well, launch is going pretty well, I think.
All right. So SAS on. Range is clear. No time like the present to launch, I guess. Hold on to your butts. Let's get that thrust to weight ratio down a little bit here to something a little bit more manageable. Our gimbals appear to be, the bottoms of our engines are like glowing red hot. I hope that's not bad.
I don't think so.
Actually going up very, very stable. And I really don't want to tempt fate by trying to angle slightly to the north, or to the east.
Well, I have to revert. Something didn't save in my design somewhere along the way. I wanted to revert the whole way to assembly because the engine is not the right engine.
All right, we have broken the sound barrier, and we're broken through the second layer of the atmosphere. So we should have a lot less resistance. So let's tap the ship slightly eastward.
All right, save, launch again. Let's try this all again, because that's what we like doing here. Trying again and again and again.
Yes. Stay like that. Come on. All right, apoapsis is 70 or 60,000. Really aren't Let's cut our engines here at 70,000 feet. The apoapsis is 70,000. Let this ship raise itself here unassisted. Well, I'm going to call that this first stage here a pretty good success, because we've got probably a quarter of our fuel left, and we are going to break the atmosphere here shortly. Good. Yes. All my Kerbals look happy and excited, except Lubbock, or Luddock Kerman. He's kind of looking slightly sick. All right, let's...
I've got Albart here. He's got like a big frown on his face.
Good old Albart. Let's power on a little bit of the engines so we can get this guy pointed prograde before we really hit our apoapsis here. All right, let's give ourselves a little bit more power. All right, let's... I mean, we're going to Minmus, so I'm not all that worried about my orbit being too wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going for a polar orbit of Minmus, too. So let's, come on, get this thing going. Let's drop our thrust down even more here. That is as small as I can get it. It's as little throttle as I can get and actually still have it firing, which is fine. Actually, let's see. Let's see if we can get some nice equilibrium here in terms of our flight. In terms of our apoapsis. Oh, and there goes that stage. I could tell it went off because everything got darker.
All right, well,
let's drop the
my apoapsis is almost out of the atmosphere.
Let's angle this guy a little bit higher.
And by almost, I mean it still has quite a ways to go. But I'm gaining horizontal speed rapidly, so that's good.
Mm-hmm. My vertical speed is declining right now. Almost stopped declining. So now we can slow this down a little bit now that get ourselves back on prograde.
Okay, apoapsis is out of the atmosphere. To bring it up to roughly like 94,000 or so.
Booyah!
So that will be matched with the lander's orbit.
It's almost a perfectly circular orbit here.
That's good.
Ah. And we got half a fuel tank left. We're gonna have... I might have all... Well, I'm gonna get back from Minmus, so... Let's not do the mission control breaks out in applause trope just yet. What is? Oh, that's one of your satellites. I'm like, what is that? So we're gonna set Minmus as our target, and we just passed, of course, the ascending node.
All right, well, I am out of the atmosphere. We are approaching... We're a little bit further ahead than I would like to be, but it'll be all right, I think. I'm going to get a little bit closer to our apoapsis here before I finish rounding this out. Okay. Bring our periapsis up. Should be closing in my second intersect here. Almost. Intersect is 5. Okay, it started going back up. Okay, that's probably fine. Yeah, it's only like one trip around. We should have enough stuff to make that happen. Bobby can't hear me. Weird. Okay. Hang on. Let me see how we... Yes. I am still here. He's gone mute. You've gone mute. All right. Well, we got a little ways to go here, so I'm going to disconnect from the Mumble server, reconnect to the Mumble server. Okay. I don't really know what's I don't really know what's going on here. Right. Well, I think we'll make an edit here and try and figure that out. Okay, we're back. Technical difficulties. Something happened with Bobby's mixing board or something.
To be honest, I'm not even sure if that was the case because I was hearing sound through it. Like I was hearing like, you know, like static when I turned it off.
Right, but you realized that your mic stopped working on both things, basically, right?
You know what? I wasn't looking at that meter, so, but I don't know what happened.
Okay, well, I'm still on course for rendezvous here.
Where's Minmus? Here's Minmus.
Okay, well, I've got an intercept, roughly 7 kilometers. It's not too bad, I don't think. Probably should have looked at the time when I realized that we weren't hearing each other. And see how much time I've got to cut out there, but...
we'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right, we are approaching our intersect. Okay, so we've got a target here. We're going to want retrograde to the target. Roughly, if we can even find it. Separation is currently 7.3. $7.1.
All right. Well, that is a min-miss encounter there. Very tiny min-miss encounter.
All right. I think that's close enough. Kill our relative velocity. And burn towards the target. Maybe. All right, what's that our intersect at now? 1.2. Swing it back around to retrograde.
All right, well, that'll give us an encounter. It's probably not NASA perfect, but all right. That, if anything, will put us on course for min-miss. So we just... Oh, wait, no, that's... We still have a lot of crap in orbit. There we are. There's the crazy station.
Yes, we do.
This is the crazy station 2.
All right, so current intersect is at 0.7 kilometers.
Just going to warp to... This is only a 42-second burn. I have a shit ton of fuel on here. But again, like I said, we have to get into a polar orbit and then get back. So maybe we don't.
Getting back from a polar orbit isn't going to be that hard.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to roughly point towards our target now, and then I'm going to ditch all of this fuel, basically. So we have something slightly more maneuverable.
Okay. One thing that I'm going to do before our injection burn, if you will, is I'm going to move my scientists. Bob. He's going to move to the science bay, and so is Luck. Or I hope he was the scientist. I know Bob was the scientist. No, actually, I think Luddick was the pilot.
All right. Final approach.
So you would think there's a screen where I could see that.
See what?
Like the positions of the...
Oh, you would think that, but there isn't. Not to my knowledge.
And we will hit the start greenhouse. And the start research.
Oh, they told... Oh, I was told in the comments how that the Pioneer module science lab thing works.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
It has to have experiments in it. The experiments don't have to be worth any science, but it has to have experiments in it while it's running.
Oh.
So, like, you could store experiments you've already done in it, but it has to have, and run it, but, you know, but it has to have experiments in it.
Oh, so if I get, like, Lubbock here, or no, Bob. So let's get Bob here to do an EVA.
Right.
And get him to do an EVA report. Keep the data. And oh, nah. B for board. I'm like, how do I get him back in the ship now? All right. Oh, crap. We, guys, we need to fire up for our destination.
All right. I'm approaching the lander. Almost there. Probably should slow down a little bit.